Hey, Keith Lusher here for NorthShoreFishingReport.com. I'm here with Calvin Duvall and Dave Stewart. Dave, what a great place you have here at Island Marina. Talk a little bit about, what it took to get this place up and running like this.
Took a lot of work. I can tell you that. It a lot of cash and a lot of time. Time took 3 years to do this.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun, and I hope we've made a really good fishing destination for people.
Well, I'm loving it already. We have the boat in the water. Calvin, talk about today what we're going to do. We have so many options right now. For the North Shore folks, you head on the chef right down here, 10 minutes here. We got Trestles as an option.
These fish
are moving to the rigs. It just seems like we have so many options right now. Redfish. What are we going to do today?
Right now, the fish are stacked up on the bridges and the trestles. They're actually starting to move towards the outside. You're having school fish moving out to go spawn. It'll be a few weeks before they get way, out towards Cat Island and all, back in the Biloxi Marsh and everything. But we have, we still have plenty of fish on the inside. We're going to go target those. The weather's supposed to be really nice today, so if we have to, we might be able to run out there and go see if we can pick up some bigger fish.
And fishing in the springtime like this, and we're going into summer, these fronts are kind of slacking off, so the water should be clearing up really nice. We can get back in the ponds for some redfish. We got,
Yeah, the water is a little low today because we did have a big front over the weekend, but if we can, we'll get up and go into the ponds, maybe off of Sevens Lagoon, maybe cross the lake and go into the Biloxi Marsh. Go hit some ponds over there and try to pick up some reds. The reds have been running over there, in the 5 to 8 pound range. Those really big ones haven't got in on the edge of the lakes yet. When they get in, it becomes that's fun. You get out there and throw some top water at them. You get guys that can fish top water. Because not everybody can fish top water. There's a lot of people miss fish. They overspit. They hit on the strike and not on the pole.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, even though we get out there and we could, put some shrimp out or live shrimp and we kids and catch a couple of those big bulls, then the jackfish will move in. I don't really fool with the jackfish too much, but if I see a school of them and I have kids on board, I usually carry a little bit heavier tackle to go chunk a bait into them and let them have fun.
Yeah.
It's all about going out there and having a good time.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to having a good time today, so let's get out there.
Sounds like a plan.
Got to be one of the most unique fishing places in all of Louisiana. We go under the bridge goes up, the train goes by, we're on the west side of the bridge. That's the place to be. Look at all these boats, and guess what? It's Tuesday.
I'm trying to get him to dance.
There you go.
There you go.
Good job. On the wrong side of the bridge, huh, Captain?
Let me get him off the floor before somebody trips over. Good sized trout too.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good trout too.
Beautiful fish.
Nice trout. That's the size they've been catching.
That's a good trout. Hold on, dude.
Oh, good.
All of them been nice. Look at it.
All right.
Good.
That's the best size fish that's been down there.
Yeah. Boat. When you get them close to the boat, sling them in.
Yeah, just pull him. Just pick him up, pull him in.
There we go. All right, fishing the bridge. It's not gonna last forever. This is a seasonal time right here. Spring, typically spring and fall is when it happens. What's the future for the Trestles as far as May and going into June?
May going into June, the fish are going to start moving further to the east into the offshore, looking for saltier water so they can spawn. They need a lot saltier water than the lake can carry for spawning. That's usually what happens here. That's what the transition is. They usually get around these bridges and stack up, school up, and they move out in schools. They already starting to show up in Lake Vaughn a little bit. I'd say it won't be long. They're going to be getting to the islands on the outside, on the outside of Biloxi Marsh. Bob's Lake, areas like that. I'd say probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks you'll start seeing some fish show up there, and then just more and more are going to show up until they start transitioning to come back on in, and then when they transition back on in around the fall, they start stacking up on the bridges again, and then they separate out, spread out. But it's just a spawning pattern. It happens every year. The only years that kind of messes it up is when they open a spillway late, in which they may wind up doing, from what I understand, here soon, because the river's coming up pretty quick. So they're talking about they might open it. Hopefully they don't. And you can catch fish here year round. You can catch fish in these bridges year round. They get tricky to fish though. A lot of times you're not going to come out here in the wintertime and fish with live bait. You're going to come out here and jig the pilings. It's kind of like bass fishing. Jig right up on the pilings, and you're going to catch some big fish. Or you're going to come out and catch limits? Probably not, but you'll do well. But when they, like I say, when they go into this transition, they're moving. They're getting ready to move to salt.
Bring him other side.
Cayenne?
Bring him other side. I don't see it.
No, shoot.
All one motion. Bring them in.
Look at that nice one.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Biggest
Big-
one of the day
The
so far.
biggest one. See, the best for last. Told you. Yeah, well, it ain't. Look at so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Everybody's talking. I want her
Ooh,
talking.
that's a nice one, Calvin.
That's a good
Ooh,
fish,
that is
man.
a nice one.
That's a 2.25 pound fish. It's not a
Big-
little bigger.
And the
Maybe we
biggest
can
one
weigh.
so far.
Biggest one.
Yep.
Yeah, say it loud.
All right, I love that.
I
All
didn't
right.
realize.
That's a good trout there.
Good trap. Oh, you just knocked one down to second.
Oh, no, you got me. All right, not me out of first place, Scott. All right,
Cap.
that's a nice one.
Anyway, we got into the pike up there.
Oh,
That's all right.
convict.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
That's a convict.
They are good eating. They
That's
just
right.
head,
Yeah.
Scott.
That's
See how he's dipping in the drum?
Got one too. Bring him in.
All right.
I'm just specializing in trout.
Foul hook.
Well, he's wrapped. He's not hooked on the foul.
come on now. Slow down.
Let me see you throw it back.
Sheephead needs a
We're
dentist.
going to cut you if you throw it back.
Oh, I'm not throwing it back.
Oh, let me crack piece out of that.
He won't open his mouth though.
All right, Captain, I seem to be struggling with my plastic now that you've started throwing the live shrimp. You want to talk a little bit about what's going on? Because we hear a lot from the guys about fishing around people with live shrimp, especially on the Trestles.
We were all getting set up early this morning. You throw out your artificial, hooked up right away. We got the live shrimp on the bottom. You haven't got a bite since. And I mean, like you said, I love to fish artificial. I mean, if I had my choice, it's one of my favorite ways to fish. But as far as live shrimp's king for a speckled trout.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to get out here sometimes with the trout we catching today, you could actually be using little croakers.
Yeah.
But they're getting kind of hard to find sometimes. But yeah, once your live shrimp hits the bottom, them shrimp will pass. I mean, them big trout will pass up, that artificial bait to go get that live shrimp. I think it's got as much as a sight fishing. They feed by sight. They also pick up that scent of the shrimp. A lot of guys out here do well with the gulp. I'm not a big. I'm not a big gulp fisherman, but it is a really good. It is a really good lure out here. Because it does give off some scent, and it also mimics a shrimp. They do have some. They do have some that mimic croakers.
Tell me about. Tell me.
All right. Woo. All right.
I've never eaten those.
You got a good North Shore report this week, huh, Keith?
Oh yeah.
Look at me one time, Keith. Look at him smile at me. Look.
I don't know if my smile is gonna beat this sheep's head smile though.
The other one I sent him to the dentist. I pulled all the teeth out of his mouth.
That smile, huh?
That is a big sheephead. I don't want to drop your camera. I don't want to
That'll make the star. That might have made the star, see?
That's a big sheephead.
Some teeth.
All right.
Look at that. First
All right,
cast.
first cast. Good, yeah.
First cast.
All right, that's a nice one too, Mr.
Black
Stein.
cloud.
Black
All right,
cloud.
don't lose him. Get him on the boat.
Look at
All
that.
right, look at that. That's a nice one.
He ain't as big as Scott. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. That is cool. All right.
So you do know how to catch the fish.
All right.
Yeah.
See? Look at that.
Who said I can't catch it? All I've been doing is shooting camera. Thanks, Wanda.
You
Don't
are
care.
Looks like that
I
cloud
told
might
you.
be,
I want to get you catching a fish.
Might be lifting,
First
huh?
cast.
Yeah.
that cloud
I
might be
bet
turning
it
to green.
All right, Calvin, finishing up a day, about 10 o'clock, did real well at the Trestles, calm wind, really a slack tide to be fishing, you know, for the fish to be biting like
Right.
this. But I guess when the conditions line up and it's clear water out here, the slinny's okay, you know, it's in between fronts, everything calms down. I guess these fish just can't help but hitting. You know, talk about the day starting from the beginning.
Yeah, we didn't get out. We got out a little later than normal, you know, 8 o'clock range. You know, in the 2 hours, we caught, you know, 20-something trout. We caught some big trout today. I mean, the trout recently have been getting a little bit smaller out here, but these are some slabs. I mean, you know, they transition. These big sows are getting ready to move offshore, you know, out towards the Biloxi Marsh. But we're going to try to catch them in here where it's close before they do that.
Yeah.
You know, they got plenty of them down here. Get you some live shrimp. Come out here, rig you up some drop shots. Fish towards the bridges.
If you want to catch them on plastic, throw before everybody in the boat starts throwing live shrimp, and you catch one on plastic.
Right. Yeah, you caught one first fish on plastic, then they just disappeared when them live shrimp started hitting the bottom.
So what you say, Calvin? Maybe 2-3 more weeks of good fishing like this before they start moving out?
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a couple more weeks. You know, might get 3, maybe a month. It all depends on when the salinity starts coming up. It's already starting to come out on the other side of the marsh. So they're starting to move that way. Well, you still have a lot of these big, pretty sows sitting out here under this bridge, just waiting to transition on out.
There you go. The Trestles, they're still here.
Join the fitness revolution that's sweeping the nation. 9-round, 30-minute kickbox fitness. 9-round is the ultimate 30-minute total body kickboxing circuit. A unique, fun, and proven workout that guarantees results. 9-round, 30-minute kickbox fitness. At 9-round, there are no set class times. A personal trainer is included, and your first workout is always free. Get fit 9 rounds at a time with 9-round, 30-minute kickbox fitness.